Hey everyone, what's going on? This is my new to me 2012 Acura MDX SH-AWD drive. This one has the technology package. This is my new car. I recently totaled my BMW X3 and have upgraded to this. I have always wanted an Acura, and I was never really sure of which one I wanted. For a while it was the TSX wagon, and then after that it was the TL. After that, it was an RL. After that, it was an RDX. So if you can't tell, I like Acuras, and this is my favorite brand by far. It's a toss-up between Toyota and Acura, because I think that they make some of the best cars around. As many of you may know, I had a BMW X3, which is a smaller crossover luxury SUV, and it's kind of hard to come from an SUV to a sedan. So I immediately eliminated the TL and RL. For a while, I was looking for an RDX, and I considered a second-gen, pre-facelift or facelift model, but just couldn't find one in my price range, and I really, really wanted one that had the third row. And in fact, you can't get an RDX with a third row, you have to get an MDX. So I immediately started looking for first-gen MDXs, and I was like, these are horrible. And then I went to a second-gen. And the second gen had always kind of grown on me a little bit, and they had two different variants, the facelift and the pre-facelift. And the second gen, which is this car right here, ran from 2007 until 2013, with a major facelift in 2010. As far as engine options for the MDX, only one, the J37 3.7 liter VTEC V6. Transmission options though, there are two. For 07 to 10 models, you could get a 5-speed automatic, and from 2010 until 2013, Acura dropped the 5-speed and added a 6-speed automatic. There's three main trim levels or packages. There's not really trim levels. You have the base, you have the technology package, and then you have the advanced package. I was looking for an advanced package, but I could not find one with the factory roof racks. And for those of you that have ever seen an MDX that doesn't have the factory roof racks and the rails, it looks really strange without it. It almost doesn't look like an SUV. It looks more like a wagon. And I just don't like it. That's not the fit I was going for. 07 until 2009, you could not get an advanced package. The advanced was added in 2010 along with the major facelift. Speaking of that facelift, the only thing that came from that was a new front bumper, new grille design, updated headlights, some interior updates, and then that new transmission. And then it does have your pretty standard Acura key fob. Unlocking the vehicle, the parking lights will flash. And because mine's the tech, you get the standard 18-inch 5-spoke alloy wheels. I have brand new 255/55 R18 Yokohama tires on here. Taking a look at this front end, you'll see the updated facelift front end gets them projector headlights, halogen fog lights, and halogen daytime running lights. This is called the Acura Beak Grille, and a lot of people don't like it because it looks like a bird, which is why it's called the Beak. But everybody hates it, and I like it. I love it, actually. I think the pre-facelift grille looks really goofy and does not fit this car at all. I really like the facelift grille. But yeah, here it is. It's a very stylish looking car. I bought this from the original, actually that's a lie. I bought this from a dealership, an Acura dealership, Rosenthal Acura, if anybody must know. But it was from the original owner. Had the timing belt, water pump, oil change, serpentine belt, and new tires all done at 100,000 miles. So 2,000 miles ago, it had close to $4,000 in service done to it. So that's pretty good. It's a solid car for me. Just walking up to the MDX, you have chrome door handles. Has a tan leather interior. Parchment leather with wood grain accenting. It does have WeatherTech floor mats, which will be traded out for MDX branded floor mats. I really don't like WeatherTech mats. Never have liked them. I think they look weird, and I don't like that they flare up along the side because they always get bent like these are and then look terrible. So I'm going to get Acura branded ones. You have an Acura badge in the door sills. Has a tilting and power sliding sunroof. Quick pano of the interior here. More of that wood trim. When you start the MDX, see the little driver 2. There's also a driver 1 on the other key. But when you put the key fob in the ignition, if you have memory set, it actually connects with the key and it will automatically move the memory seats to your last memory setting based on if you're using the driver 1 or driver 2 key. It's pretty neat. And it also has a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. So it goes up and away to allow easy entry and access to the car when you're getting in. When you put the key in, like I said, it'll move the steering wheel back to its last memory setting. 2 beeps indicate that it's finished its memory setting. Hear that 3.7 liter engine come to life. Has only 102,000 miles on it. Navigation. 6-speed automatic transmission. When you put it in reverse, you get a multi-view backup camera. Just press the enter button here. And when you press that enter button, you get a top-down and a wide view. The top-down view is actually super, super helpful. You'd be surprised. Drive and then sport mode, and you also get paddle shifters. Emergency brake. Has a 4-spoke leather wrap steering wheel with pretty small side bolstering grip extensions. Very loud horn. It actually is super loud. I've never liked this steering wheel, and maybe one day I will, but I still don't. I don't like the placement of these buttons. If these were gone, I would like it so much better, but it just looks so goofy with these weird buttons here. It just, ugh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't know what Acura was thinking, but Jeff in the design department, whatever you were doing, I'm just kidding. I don't know who did it, but not good idea. I don't like this at all. But the buttons here are for answering and Bluetooth phone controls here. So if you get a call, it'll come up on the navigation and say, Baba's calling you. You can hit answer or decline. And then you have your information button here. This goes with this little screen. You have a trip computer, and you can just press select, and it'll tell you your miles till empty and average fuel economy. We're going to go ahead and not look at that fuel economy number because it physically and financially pains me. And then if we keep going, we have our all-wheel drive controls. It's actually really cool. If you're driving, it has little tire indicators, and if you take a turn, it'll actually show you where the power of which wheel's going to keep it planted. It's kind of cool. And then you have your little information. So because the door is open, the little information light goes away. When you open it, it turns orange and shows you what the information light's on for. It does have VTEC. Go ahead and cut on the automatic lights, as well as the fog lights and the hazards. Both of the front windows are fully automatic. Walking around the MDX, very stylish looking car. I have always liked the way Acura makes their cars. I can honestly tell you the only ugly Acura is probably the ZDX. And that's saying something because that car still doesn't look hateful. It's just not great. But I wouldn't drive it. But it's still not horrendous like the Chrysler PT Cruiser. It looks okay. And if okay is the worst a car brand can do, they're doing pretty good. Down below you have your fog lights. And then right next to the fog lights is actually where your daytime running lights are. It's kind of strange. I've never seen a car that has the running lights in the bumper. That's kind of not common. The paint in this car is immaculate. There's one door ding and I think one chip. There's your headlights. Just look at the paint. See the pearlescent flakes. It looks absolutely gorgeous. LED turn signals in the mirror. Back seat. Plenty of space. And then it actually has a power liftgate. Opens up pretty quickly. Taking a look at our taillights, halogen turn signals, and LED brake lights. Get some nice storage back here. This is kind of cool. Third row seats. Just push them down and they fold flat. What I like to do is I like to keep them down, and then whenever I need to use them, I make a super big deal about using them. Like, oh, I gotta put up the third row again. Ronnie, go help me on that side. Up, there you go, they're up for you. There you go. Yeah, you get back there in the third row. I love doing that because people look at you and they're like, why do you even have a car with a third row? It's quite comical. Back here you have these little subwoofers. They're either subwoofers or speakers. I don't know. Don't ask me. Plenty of space though. This is a great car. There it is. SH all-wheel drive and your Acura and MDX badging. LED brake lights, LED third brake light, rear washer, and then your wheel, and then your rear windshield wiper. Dual exhaust. This one does have the tow package, which is kind of rare. I've not really seen a car with a tow package from Acura from kind of a while. Most of these don't even have the tow package. Take a look at the back seat. So stepping in, pretty decent amount of space. Headroom is great. Knee room is great. Foot room is great. And the seats actually recline by folding down that row for added comfort. I don't like these headrests at all. They're so weird looking. Like, look at it. It's so oddly shaped. I don't like it. Rear climate control, fan speed, and then where the blank switches are here, you would have heated second row seats. This car is available with an entertainment package for the rear passengers. Acura and Honda have been doing that for a really long time. And when you get that package, you get heated second row seats. Get a little power outlet back there in your vents. There's also some vents underneath the front seats. Wood grain trim, power windows. And for everybody else's comedic standpoint, I'll show you how the third row works. There you go. Yep, okay. This is not comfortable. Ow. Yeah, this is horrible. I think anybody over like 4'7" is not going to have fun back here. Honestly, the knee room is not horrible. It's mainly the foot room and like the back room. It's these weird headrests. I don't know why they won't go up. Ow. These stupid looking headrests, and if you put them up, you can't see out the back window, so I don't ever keep them up. But like, they're just so uncomfortable. I don't know why they wouldn't just make them built into the seat. We're going to attempt to escape. That's actually really convenient. I love where the little sliding function is. The button's right here, so either the door passenger can get it or the third row passenger can reach it as well. Once you finally get unbanished from the third row seat, you have your front passenger seat. Very comfortable interior. This little, like, whatever this is, little cubby thing, I don't know. It's like a cool looking design. It's meant to cover the cup holders, but there they are. You get two cup holders there. This is actually a cool party trick. Look at that, hidden storage. You can keep a Bible or a pistol or, I don't know, a small car in there, whatever you want, doesn't matter. Glove box, plenty of room. You have your Acura owner's manual. I like to keep a second pair of sunglasses in here. I don't know where I got these from, but I like to keep them in here so that I can offer them to the passengers and then they realize how dirty they are, and they're like, I don't want these, and throw them out the window. So far, I've been through 7 different pairs of those. On our navigation system here, you do have navigation. This is really cool. If you adjust this little wheel here so it spins, which I don't really know what that does. That's for the other settings, but if you press it, nope, that's not what I want to do. There you go. So yeah, if you press it and you move it, you get this little target here that you can move to somebody's house. So let's find somebody you don't like. If you don't like somebody that lives on Atkinson Drive, you can move your little target right there, and then it'll actually send a missile to their house. So you hit boom, there you go, and then it shows you where the missile's going to land. That's pretty cool. I love that. And if you really want to go far away, you can really go wherever you want. If somebody's on like a cargo ship in the middle of the bay, you can also just boom, grenade them right there. It's really convenient. I love that Acura integrated that feature. We have some buttons here for your radio presets. You have XM, AM, satellite, and USB and Bluetooth. So pretty cool. And aux, but anybody that has a phone newer than 2007 can probably use Bluetooth instead of aux. Hey, pass me the aux cord. Whoa! I'm so sorry. We have our 6-speed automatic transmission. This is not an ashtray, and Acura is so kind to remind you of that cool little thing right there. 12-volt power outlet. I keep coins in there. I don't know what else you can keep in there. Toothpicks, mints. I don't know. High and low settings for the front heated seats. This cool little slider thing. This is actually amazing. I love this. And I don't like how this armrest open. It's my really only one gripe about the car. Other than the fact that it gets worse gas mileage than like a Peterbilt tanker, I don't like this armrest. It's my only 2 gripes about the car. And that stupid steering wheel. I don't like how it looks. That's about it though. You get this nice piece of big wood trim that's founded from the nicest plastic trees Acura could find. Up here we have our different audio controls and our different HVAC controls. You get tri-zone climate, so you have your front passenger, front driver, and the rear passengers that we don't talk about. Auto dimming rearview mirror, sunglass holder. You have your dome lights, so off, door, and on. You can also put the sunroof in race car mode, or you can take it out if you're a loser, or you can open it completely like that, and you get this cool little wind catcher that comes up. We'll keep it back in race car mode. Active. Garage home link. That's actually really cool. It's really easy to set up too. You have no idea how much I actually enjoy using it. Oh, I never knew that it did that. Whoa. And I know already that it passes the visor test, but for those that need proof, the visors extend. And keep in mind that even with advanced airbags, children can be killed or seriously injured by the airbags in the event of a collision. So kind of accurate to remind you on the back of each headrest by another 2 warnings. So I guess just don't wreck and you'll be fine. Little map light as long as a mirror as well. That's pretty cool. Events. I don't know why this doesn't move. Why doesn't this... Oh, shoot. Okay, so that just broke, but we're just going to go ahead and put that back in there, and I'll blame it on somebody else later. Bing! So here it is. Gorgeous. Its name is Aspen. And we're going to take it for a little drive. And I'll show you guys what the VTEC engine can do. All right, so we're going to take it for a little test drive. So it's incredibly smooth. You'd be surprised with how smooth this car is. It's very quiet, and the engine is actually pretty quiet as well. But yeah, it gets up and goes, drives really smooth. We'll actually take it out of race car mode because it's making a little bit of noise. And then the rattling back there is a water bottle that somebody left in here, so it does not make any weird noises or rattles or nothingness. Put the lights back on auto. It drives so incredibly smooth. This car was smoother and more refined than my BMW was. And I know that you guys aren't going to believe that, but that guy almost just got T-boned. But this car, it feels so much better and nicer than my BMW X3 was. Partially, I think that that's because the car's newer, but I mean, it drives so smooth. It's incredible. I'm genuinely surprised by this car. And it handles pretty well. My only complaint about the steering is that it's a little bit, like, playful. It's so quick, and it just gets up and it goes without hesitation. It's crazy. Such a smooth car. Let me tell you guys, for those that are looking for an SUV that's used or something that you really want to consider just buying, and an MDX is a car that you cannot go wrong with. And if the MDX is too big, consider the RDX because it's very similar with how it drives, feels, and looks. And I genuinely like Acura. So for those of you that are looking for a new car, don't knock Acura off your list. They are a great brand, super reliable, and these cars have been known to go over 200,000 miles. There's a Facebook group that I'm in, and somebody has 437,000 miles on their MDX. That's insane. So this goes to show you that these cars are incredibly reliable and just super well made. Without further ado, I think that's going to conclude our review. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in, and I really hope that you consider an Acura with your next new car purchase. Thanks for watching.